Assalamu alaikum guys, I am ARK from KMZee. So in this video we'll be setting up a Debian distribution of Linux into a Windows 11 PC, and we will be seeing how to set up this cool looking shell. We will be installing Z shell, and we will be installing two very useful plugins for Z shell, which is syntax highlighting. As you can see, it's the right command is shown in green and the wrong command is shown in red. And we'll also be installing auto suggestions plugin. Like if you can see, if I type GI, it's showing me a command from my history which I have previously executed. So let's get right into it. We are gonna set up WSL with Z shell and OhMyZsh. So what is WSL? WSL is known as a Windows subsystem for Linux. It is a Windows feature wherein we can install any Linux distro into the Windows machine. We don't have to set up any dual boot or any VirtualBox sort of thing. We can directly install a Linux machine into a Windows. This Linux distribution will work as a subsystem inside the Windows 11 or Windows 10, along with all the things you can do with a standard Linux distribution. We can also access the Windows file system using this WSL, and let's start setting it up. To install the Linux subsystem in our Windows machine, we just need to type out a simple command in our PowerShell. So let us run PowerShell as an administrator. It will prompt for the administrator password. Please provide it. And PowerShell is up. You can install any distribution of Linux by just typing wsl install. If you just type in wsl install, it will by default install Ubuntu in your machine, but Ubuntu is already installed in my machine, so I will go with Debian. So as you can see, Debian is getting installed. I will just fast forward it. So after the Debian Linux is downloaded in our PC, it will ask for basic information of the user who is going to use it. So we will give it whatever information we have: our username, our password, retype our password, and you can see the Debian Linux is installed in our PC. If you are installing WSL for the first time, it may ask you for restart, so please feel free to restart your PC. I will be using WSL from my Windows Terminal application that is provided by Microsoft themselves. So let us open it. If you don't have this installed, then please install it. Here is our Debian. Let us just close it. So as you can see, we have whole Linux distribution system over here. We can list all the files which is in the home directory of this user, misc user, and we can also access some other directories by doing this. Oh, I mistyped the command. So you can see my P drive is getting displayed over here. Now let us understand what is ZSH, and let us get started by setting it up. ZSH or Z shell in itself is nothing special. It is like a pretty decent shell, same as a bash or a command prompt, which helps us in executing commands or write scripts or execute scripts. But when we couple it with OhMyZsh, that is a very popular framework used along with Z shell, it can provide us with pretty interesting features. So let us test it out on our newly installed Debian machine. So let us start. Before installing ZSH, don't forget to update and upgrade. So let's do sudo so my update is done. Your update may take a bit longer. Just wait and let it pass through. Now to install ZSH, we just have to type the command sudo apt install ZSH. apt or apt is a package manager in Linux, especially in Debian Linux. We have different package managers for different distributions of Linux. So apt or aptitude is a package manager for Debian based Linux. So to install any plugin or software, we just have to say sudo apt install and the name of that plugin or software or whatever you call it, and you just have to hit enter. You can add -y flag if you don't want to keep on pressing Y if the installation script prompts for it. So as you can see, my ZSH has also been installed. Now let us go to Microsoft Edge and install OhMyZsh. Let's type OhMyZsh and go to its official website. Let's click on OhMyZsh. Okay, so we have a curl link. So I think we first need to install curl or wget in order to get that OhMyZsh. So let's say sudo apt install curl. I will install both, either of them will work. After the installation has been completed, you can select any of the link and just paste it into your terminal, your Debian terminal. Oh, so we also need to install Git in our Ubuntu Debian distribution. So let us install Git sudo apt install Git. Let's hit Y. After Git has been installed, let us paste that command once again and run it. So as you can see, the installation process has been started. We are currently cloning into the repository of OhMyZsh. So it's asking if you want to change the default shell to ZSH, and I want to change it. I will provide my password, and that is it. We are in OhMyZsh. I'll just clear my terminal. You can see we have a pretty standard Z shell. Now, if you want to change the theme of your OhMyZsh, you can do it by editing zshrc file that is located in the home directory. We can do that by typing nano. Nano is a text editor. You can use Vim or Nano or Emacs or whatever you like. So nano, this is the symbol of home directory, as you can see is here, /.zshrc. So this is the file where all the configurations of ZSH reside. So you can see ZSH theme is currently set to Robbie Russell. This is the default theme which comes with OhMyZsh. So we can use something like Candy, which I often use. To save these changes, we can press Ctrl O as instructed in the footer, and we should hit enter, and then we can just exit the editor by pressing Ctrl X. Now to apply these changes, we have to type source, then the path of the zshrc, then the theme will be changed. So you can see there is a cool looking theme. If you have any GitHub repository in your current directory, it will show you the current branch and the repository you are in, and if you have any Python environment, it will also show the information about the environment in this theme if you use the Candy theme. And now let us see how we can install some plugins and extend the functionality of ZSH. Now if you want to install a plugin to your OhMyZsh, you can check out plugin in the directory of home directory /my/zsh/plugins again. You can see all these plugins are available to add, and you can add these plugins in the zshrc file. So if you scroll down, you will see something like this, which is tuple, and in this tuple you need to paste the name of that plugin you want to install, and you will be good to go. So let's get out of here. And I don't know what these plugins do. I have not used all of them, and you may try them out if you wish. I will just install the plugins which I mostly use, that is syntax highlighting and auto suggestion plugin. Let us install them. I will provide the links in the description, or you can just search their repositories. Both will be okay. So you just have to paste this and enter. We are just cloning this repository into a specific directory which is named ZSH syntax highlighting. There is nothing fancy going on here. Now after we have cloned into it, we have to go to same zshrc file, and we have to go to the plugin thing. It's here. Now we just have to paste this over here, and Ctrl O, enter, Ctrl X, and let's source the zshrc file. Yeah, I think the plugin is activated now. Let's see. Yeah, you can see the nano is colored green, and if I type any wrong command, it will be colored as red. So this is very useful plugin. If the syntax is highlighted, you will be avoiding a lot of mistakes. And let us install another very useful plugin for ZSH, that is auto suggestions. Again, I will provide this link in the description. You just have to hit enter, or you can also search the repository, and after this we again have to go to zshrc and search for plugin. Got it. And you just have to paste the folder name of the plugin we just installed, which is auto suggestions. Ctrl O, enter, Ctrl X, and let's source it, and I think it's working. Let's clear it, and then if I type C, it is giving me an option of completing the code, And if I just type cd, it's showing me the history of commands which I have executed. I can just hit tab if I want to see which directory to go in, if I want to browse the directories which I can go in, and I can type the rest, whatever. So let's clear it out. That is it for the video, guys. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel.